Hey guys, have you ever wondered why we all went to schools and colleges? We all have been taught that it was to gain knowledge that will help us in acquiring a better job in future. So an average person spends his time and energy on education because he thinks that schools and colleges will teach him the basic skills that will help him in starting his financial journey. That is by acquiring a job. But he will come to know the reality when he starts working, and he will think what schools and colleges failed him to teach that is required to succeed in real life. But he will soon realize that the formal education which schools taught him helped him till he went for his first job. Okay, we have come to know that formal education or getting a degree is not important to actually be financially free in life. Then what should we do? That's the reason why we are here. So today we are going to see 10 money lessons for financial freedom that school is not teaching us. Number 1. Marry a financially literate person. What? Yes, I can understand what you guys are thinking. How come marrying a financially right person can help you to achieve your financial goals? Well, when you are spending your whole time and energy in developing your knowledge on investing, creating business, and finding multiple streams to make money, even if you are successful and making an above-average income, the uncontrollable financial activity of your life partner will affect the road to achieve your financial freedom. But some of you may think that I am suggesting you to get in a relationship with a person who is already financially free, and also am not suggesting you to marry an accountant. No, but you should know the financial habits of the person whom you're getting into relationship. So you guys would have a question, how to check the financial habits of others. But we cannot ask it directly by saying, how much do you make? How much do you invest? What is your net worth? Can you reveal your portfolio? Instead, you can know their financial habits by being or spending time with them. So even if you are a male or female, don't try to impress a woman or your life partner like buying expensive gift or showing off that you are living a rich and luxury life. Don't do this even when you know that you can't afford and maintain it in a longer run. But when the fake image breaks up after marriage and when your life partner comes to know the reality of what is your actual life, it may lead to a dispute between each other. So, it is better to have a good financial expectation with your life partner. So by staying true and real will help you and your partner to step-by-step develop your financial situation. Because according to statistics, the core reason for divorces and problem among couples is lack of money. So at the one end, when you are working on your goals such as creating business, achieving financial freedom, building wealth that will help you to produce passive cash flow in the long term, while on the other hand, your life partner is thinking about spending on the things that depreciate at the time of purchase, like buying a new cell phone or a house, that actually produces negative cash flow in the long term. This may make a big hole in your wallet, which will delay you in achieving your financial goal. So by being true and real to each other and coming together to open up that I have these goals to achieve, and we can achieve it together by doing these things. Opening up your goals like this will help you and your partner to achieve your financial goals. So I think you guys understood why marrying a financial right person is important. Hope you don't do this mistake after seeing this video. Number 2. Save and invest 50% of your salary increment. If we are working for a job, your salary increases when the company you are working in experiences a positive change in its revenue. Or, if you are a business owner, your revenue increases when the overall sales of the enterprise increases. So whenever there is an increment in your income, save 50% of it for your investing purposes. Initially, the amount of money that you have saved may look very low during your first and second hike, but when your income gradually goes on increasing, the amount of money you can save for your investment would be high. At one point of time, you can save a lot of money. Keeping this principle in mind and applying this whenever you have a hike will help you to speed up the process of achieving financial independence. Number 3. Developing a budget for your monthly expenses. The way to control your monthly expenses is by measuring the amount of money you are going to spend each month. Because when you don't measure, you can't manage. There are 3 necessary steps in budgeting: develop, track, analyze. The first step is to develop your budget, beginning by listing what amount of money you are earning per month and subtracting it by the amount of money you are spending on your expenses. If your expenses is equal or more than your monthly income, then you are actually in a trouble. But if your expenses is lower than your income, you are left out with some amount of money which you can use it for investment purposes. Okay, time to step number 2. In this second step, your budget will not always turn out the way you had planned. You should track your expenses for a month or a year to know what's the real outcome. Step 3. Analyze how your planned income spending is different from the tracked one. Analyze that if you are spending the income according to the budget you have planned. Number 4. Don't underestimate the cost of ownership. We all have an illusion that a man who is settled has to have a car and a house. We all have read the book Rich Dad Poor Dad, in which the author defines the difference between assets and liabilities, though which we can define that the current house which we are living is a liability because of its invisible costs such as property tax, maintenance, mortgage payments, insurance, etc. After buying a house, people go in search of furniture in order to fill their home. That too, they buy on loans or on a credit card. You guys may think these all are normal expense that we do in normal life. But when you think of buying a house or a new car, we just go and buy it without calculating its operating expenses. Then after some months we realize that these things are having an additional cost that we pay every month. For example, most of us can't figure out where the money is going every month because we do not calculate the expenses that the house or car is bearing every month. So when you realize these things before buying a new house or spending on things that depreciate on the time of purchase, the desire to purchase a new car or a house will disappear, where instead you can use the money to invest on cash flowing asset that makes you a monthly income passively and help you to buy your dream car or house in the later part of your life when you are settled at a fixed place. Number 5. Spending 1 hour each week to learn about personnel finance. You guys are doing the right step by watching this video. As we said in the beginning, school doesn't teach us about money, personal finance, and life lessons, and it is making us run and compete with each other in the race of getting marks. But to be really successful in life, we need to learn skills like sales, marketing, communication skills, accounting, money management, etc. The main skills like these will help us to go to the next level in life. Okay, you guys got to know that. The purpose of a formal education is only to help and guide you till your first job as a fresher. Knowing this, after you graduate from your formal education, if you think that your time of education is over, you will end up as a loser in real life. So please do spend your valuable time of at least 1 hour per week in learning and researching new things about money and economics with the help of internet and reading finance books, or by watching an informative content that we post on our channel. Find a mentor who had already been in the path that you are traveling. Learn from your mistakes and people who are already doing good in the field that you are working on. Number 6. Compound interest. The power of compound interest is possibly the best thing that every person who is young can use it for their advantage. Albert Einstein says that compounding is the 8th wonder of the world. He who understands it, earns it. He who doesn't, pays for it. Though using compound interest may not help you to achieve your financial goals instantly, they have an upper hand in investing. All they need to do is tap into the powers of compound interest by saving a small amount of money and investing in assets that provide passive cash flow in the long term. The people who are in their 20s can use compounding interest to their favor to build massive wealth. Number 7. Failures can't be avoided. When we all were in school, failure is the end of the world. It often means you can't progress. We begin to see failure as a bad thing. But failure is the fastest way to get the correct answer. How will you learn to walk if you never fall down? Human beings learn by making mistakes. But in school, if you fail, you are labeled as an idiot or a loser. Fear of failure is one of the major setbacks of school. Number 8. Money management. Almost majority of the school teachers out there tell the kids that earning a big salary will make you wealthy, and also secure your future with a job like a doctor or a lawyer, and you will have all the money you need. But what it failed to teach is that no matter how much money you have or don't have, it's how you manage it that determines that whether you'll have enough money or not. Number 9. Taxes. Taxes are one of the most broad topics ever discussed in school. Understanding how they work is critical if you want to stay on the right side of the law. Before receiving your first payout or make any sales from your business, learn how to calculate the tax rates and evaluate how much money you will be left with. This can assist you in determining whether a job offer will satisfy your financial demand. There is a lot of misinformation and bad advice out there. Be careful. Number 10. Socializing and networking. We are never taught how to network and interact. Learning how to develop networks, influence people, communicate, and so on are all valuable life skills. Learning the art of professionalism is also essential. Having a professional digital footprint goes a long way and may be the difference between being granted employment possibilities and receiving a streak of rejections. Okay guys, before we pack up, the question I want to ask you is it worth spending your valuable time in school? Let us know in the comments.